Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily and today I will create 2 fun Christmas cards with you. And I will start off by using a stamp set from maker Forte called Easy Watercoloring. And this stamp set is in collaboration with Hedgehog Hollow. And I really like this, and you can see I'm using a technique here where I will use one lighter ink color and then I will use a darker one and press it down, and I will clean it off a little bit between pressing it down. So you can see it gets that fun shadow. And I'm sorry my camera died there, but I did it in that blue teal color as well. And then I went in with the second stamp set for today, and this one is called Oh What Fun. And this is also from Maker Forte, and it's designed by Alex Sabiria. And I used that one and made a wonky circle around our filled in image here. And in this stamp set it also is this string that makes this look like an ornament. And I pressed it down 3 times, and you can see I will not clean it off. I just have a piece of plastic between. It makes it super easy to create cards when you can use that. And I also went in, it's a couple of dots in this stamp set, so I just used them and some black ink to create some interest to the background here. And I will do the same thing. You can see I laid out a couple of the snowflakes also from the same Oh What Fun stamp set, and I will press them down a couple of times as well. And this was the first time I used this stamp set, so my stamps were completely new, and I always want to test my stamps, so that is a little tip, just to make sure that it is no residue left on the stamps from the manufacturer. So when I had done that, I pressed them down, and now I will go ahead and color in the strings from this ornament. And I will use a couple of cool gray markers, Copic markers. They are listed here, and I also will go in and do the same for the twine part on these, but I want them to look sheer, so I will use lighter colors, but I will do that in a second. First off, I will stamp out a lot of the sentiments also from the same Oh What Fun stamp set on top of some black cardstock. This cardstock is called Eclipse and is also from Maker Forte, and I'm using their watercolor ink. I will have it listed down below as well. And this makes it perfect for embossing. I'm using an embossing powder from Lawn Fawn to do this. And then I will heat set it off camera. I cut it out to small strips, and now I will go ahead and color in the last parts here. So you can see that one of the strings are going over the ornament to the right, and since I didn't do any masking for this because I'm quite lazy when I'm coloring or stamping, I know in the back of my mind that I needed to come up with a solution for how to fix that, because otherwise it would look quite weird. So I wanted to color them in, or the twines in real pale, so it looks like they are sheer, so you can see the ornament in the background through the twine. So that is why I chose this really light gray marker and colored it in. And when I'm happy with the result, now I think it looks good, then I will actually start building my card up here. So up until this point it was a 1-layer card. Now I will take some small strips of shimmery cardstock. I will have it listed down below. This is also from Maker Forte. And then I will press it down to the edges here. I just kept a couple of small strips that were left over from a previous project. And then I will adhere my sentiments to the card fronts here. I will use some small bits of double-sided foam tape, and then I will play around with the placement. I wanted 3 of my sentiments for this card because I wanted to tie it in on top of my card base here. And that is a tip, I think, if you're creating a card and you want some more interest, to just keep building with the sentiments if you have them like this. And I think that really ties this card really nicely in, because I will not use any other embellishment. And I would say that this shimmer pen You could have used something else. I just used what I had in my stash. So you can see I'm pressing it out here I'm pumping the marker just to make sure that I get a lot of shimmer out, because I think the ornaments really needed a little bit more of a pop. So you can use whatever you have, and I had this marker, I believe it's from, you can see there how much shimmer it is. It's from Spectrum Noir. So I really liked how that turned out. It really created a festive feel to this otherwise quite simple card. You will also see in the end that I will go in with a white gel pen, and that is also a tip. You should use your glitter marker before you use a white gel pen, otherwise they don't play nicely together. So otherwise the white lines will be erased by the glitter pen. So that is also a tip to know. So here you can see I'm going into a lot of the parts, and I'm also cleaning off if I messed up with my coloring. If I got outside any of the lines, I'll go in and just fill that in with my white marker, and nobody will ever know. So that is also a really handy tip. And I think my white gel marker here is one of the tools that I used mostly in my stash, so that is a really good investment. And since I'm using it so often, I never have any problems with it drying out. So when I had created that, I wanted to create one extra project, so you will see it here on screen. I'm just taking the same like bubble shape here from that Essential Watercolor stamp set, and I'm using a couple of different shades of teal and blues, and I'm just pressing it down. You can see I don't even make sure that I get entire coverage, because in the end this is just to create some fun texture to my background. This will be a really simple card to replicate if you want to create it for like a Christmas card that you will mass produce and send out. So it's really simple. It takes, I would say, no time to create a lot of them. So that is something that I personally really like when it's Christmas, that it should be easy and fun, and you can have your kids maybe help if you have kids or grandkids or whatever, because this is really that easy. So after letting that dry, I will take the cute animals and fun elements that is in this stamp set that I haven't used yet. So it's like this bunny, it's a Christmas tree, a moose, and a bird. And there is a lot of other images that I haven't used as well. It's a star and some of the sentiments. So it's a really packed full stamp set, and I had a lot of fun playing around with it. But for this, I'm just pressing them down inside of my like ornaments, or whatever we should call them, because they aren't ornaments at the moment. They are more like bubbles. So yeah, I really like this. It just look clean and simple to me, and I heat embossed one of the sentiment with white on black cardstock once more, and that finished off our second project. So I hope you like these cards. If you did, please subscribe to the channel and like this video, and maybe hitting the bell button if you don't want to miss any other videos from me. So until next time, have a great day. Bye!